Ian, what happened last time? Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
There we go. No, I was on push to talk, so
Nice.
I didn't push, but I don't need that right now. So last week we had we're finishing off our feast, and each of us, according to our alignment, were approached by various personalities within the Court of Chaos. So I've forgotten the other cleric's name. Ted's cleric.
Ed Rufus.
Ed Rufus and
Yes.
Eualis were approached by a slave girl who claimed to be of spy placed there by law, asking us to give her the yokeless egg if we retrieve it. Hans, I think, was approached by the chicken chaos god, chicken eye guy, requesting that Hans give him the yokeless egg, and I believe the neutral characters were approached by another guy who wanted to keep it safe from both law and chaos, and was asked for the neutral characters to give him the egg. And we all...
I'm the only one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe I missed someone out then. Was there a fourth entity that gave us anything? I don't remember.
Yeah,
I think.
I think the warlord guy. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
The guy with an extra. He had like an extra
Warlord
arm, sort of.
Yeah, he approached someone else then, and also asked for the yokeless egg to be given directly to him rather than the Court of Chaos itself.
No, actually, he approached Patrick as well. So Patrick was blessed to be visited by two people.
Yeah, I think that's maybe what I missed.
Yeah, and then Desalia, the hung and rotten bride, visited Frake the halfling.
Yes. I guess maybe I didn't finish listening to the YouTube video. Or I was distracted when the second half of it was on or something.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And then after everyone had these visitations, you slept to what extent you could, and then were gathered again by the Tatterdemillion, the young boy, before an audience before the host of chaos, and they told you that they would send you to the plane of law to obtain the yokeless egg, and to return to them and give them the egg. They would plant a single flower, a single mote that would invade into the plane of law, and that if you plucked the flower, it would bring you back. And that's where we are now.
Yeah, we also were offered a range of weapons, like the black weapons that seemed like something was made from by chaos
blades.
Yeah.
But Ed Rufus and I refused.
Yeah, Patrick took a spear.
Yeah, Frake took 2 daggers. We all accepted the gifts except for the goody 2-shoes.
So this part has you down in the bottom left. Is everybody able to see that?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's it. The cataphract. That's where we have to go.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, looks pretty close. We're good. Wait, the map's not the scale.
The maddening vista of the Court of Chaos vanishes in a cloud of ebon smoke reeking of the pungent odor of decay. The vapor clears just as abruptly, leaving you standing on a hill of emerald glass beneath a shining sun. Each blade of grass is exquisitely and perfectly manicured, fitting of a lord's garden, more so than a wild meadow. Around you, the grass stretches as far as the horizon, which bisects the earth and sky with razor-straight precision, and only a few distant copses of idyllic trees growing in perfect harmony with the landscape break the carpet of pristine green. A pure golden sun rides high in a perfect azure sky, untouched by clouds. With your unobstructed view of the land around you, you swiftly notice the perfection of nearly everything. Every green tree grows tall and perfect, branches and leaves, paragons of order and correctness. Not a single blade of grass bears the slightest tint of yellow, no small stone jagged or chipped. A single blemish is present in the flawlessness around you, however. At your feet grows a solitary yellow lily, its crooked petals discolored by rot, and its vibrant yellow now shading into a smoky and black-tainted pink. A squirming worm gnaws at the heart of the blossom. And below your hilltop vista, high above a perfectly circular bowl surrounded by faultless knolls, is a tremendous form of a gleaming, flawless diamond. And it's just floating up in the sky up ahead of you there. And it's just sort of just hanging there. And beneath that, laying on the grass, is an absolutely gigantic ox. What do you do?
There's obviously... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, before we do anything, if we approach, if anybody else has wooden staffs or poles, we might as well, every few feet, test the ground, make sure there's no traps. What's your plan?
I was going to inspect that lily a little bit closer. Is it normal size? Is there any, you said it was kind of wilted or it looked a little bit, I don't know, you didn't say diseased, but I got the image that it's not in great health. So I wanted to inspect it a little bit more, not necessarily touch it, but look at it.
Yeah, it looks like a normal lily in every respect, except that it looks like it's decaying and rotting along its edges, and there's a worm crawling through it.
I'm going to pick it.
Oh, and I should note, this is clearly the flower they were talking about. And if you pick it, you'll be brought back to the
okay. Then I do not pick it. I thought maybe it was something else. Okay.
I believe Patrick would just look at the ox. Well, I wonder how we're gonna deal with that ox. Probably he's some kind of guardian or something like that.
Well, do we need to deal with him, or do we have to declare our intent to him? I feel honesty is our best course of action here.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get no disagreement from the cleric of Aristimus. Ed Rufus will nod and agree.
Patrick, well, just let's see how it goes.
All right, you all. What do you walk up to the ox, and what do you do? Yeah.
No weapons in hands, at least Fred Rufus. He'll have his hands in front of him,
I guess, well, Patrick is gonna prepare his weapon, but he's gonna point it down, and he's gonna just let the clerics, approach the ox and see what happens.
Okay.
Would we know any kind of mythology of this ox? Like, is it, like Cerberus or, something like that we might know anything about it just offhand?
Not offhand, but you are still now some 20, 30 meters away, so if you approach across the grass and approach the ox, as you get closer, you can see that there are runes inscribed on its horns.
Are they visible from where we are, or do we have to get closer?
You would have to get closer. If you did not get closer, you would not see the runes. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no, I follow you. And Rufus will get closer.
Okay. You see some runes inscribed in a pattern on the horns, and as you get closer, the ox stands and reveals its full size. It's probably 10 feet tall and 30 feet long, and its eyes are cloudy with age, and its hide and pelt is mangy and dull. It's obviously a very, very, very old animal. And in a low, exhausted voice, as it raises up 10 feet up above you, it says, "Seldom do I see wayfarers in this place. Have you come, my lords, finally, bearing the words of my masters? Or have you come to the cataphract that lies within that brings you to my watch place? Be warned, if your hearts harbor malice and larceny, you'll find me unshirking even in age in my duties."
Well, Ed Rufus will look at the only other party member that he knows has a good heart, and sort of, I think we probably need to be the ones that talk to this ox.
Yeah. Yokeless says, I bring no ill will to this place. I seek only to clear my name of a debt.
Across the azure and green fields upon which I have been placed here as punishment by the Scions, you'll find no way to clear a debt. For the only thing here is the cataphract. And if you do not bear the sigil of the Scions, then you must either depart or face me.
Ed Rufus will, again, with no, not a defensive posture at all, but more of a as a supplicant, aged one, wise one, tell us of the cataphract. What is within or atop or below? What is it that you have so ardently guarded these many eons?
Some treasure of the Scions of Law, for which I have not even been given full knowledge, nor is it part of my duty, for it is not for us to know everything that the Scions operate so pristinely and perfectly in order, like a song or a perfectly wound watch. So if you do not know what is in the cataphract, then it is not for you to know.
Yokeless approaches as close as he can without raising any aggression from I guess it's Torziel is the, I'm just reading that off the map, off of this ox. And he's trying to get to close enough that he can speak to the ox without being heard by the rest of the party. Is that something the ox lets him do?
Yeah, if you approach the ox, yeah, he lets you do that.
Okay, so he gets like almost within touching distance, and he says, I do not know of any sigil, but I speak with the voice of Vexalia. Does he show any?
And Rufus will kind of join you, and he'll say, I serve Aristimus, and he'll hold the holy symbol up off of his chest. It is not a this acts as a sigil for me.
His like milky white cancerous eyes like look bovinely to the side from a side view as he like looks down at the item, and he says, "You serve one of the scions of law. I should hope but that does not make this a sigil that grants access to the cataphract. And this Lexalia, I am not familiar with the name. It seems, like myself, you may have been placed here by some power greater than yourself. I regret to say that my duties are simple. You must show the sigils of the scions, which I now see even through my aged eyes, that you do not have. You must depart, or you must attempt to slay me."
And Rufus will say, "We do not wish to slay you. Is there not some other alternative?"
And being this close, you can see the runes clearly. If you wanted to try to read them, you could either do a comprehend languages spell, if someone has it.
Sadly, no.
Or you can attempt oh gosh. Give me a second.
Intelligence.
Yeah, sorry.
That's good.
Need this up for this. Here we go. Or you can attempt an intelligence check.
Euelis will try and read.
Likewise. And Rufus, he didn't really make it past preschool, so his reading skills are not strong, as is indicated by his minus one.
Neither of us did.
And Rufus, though, won't necessarily admit that he can't read it. He'll just say, there's something with the light in here. I can't really make it out. He's covering the fact that he's not super educated.
Is there anyone else here that has a background related to academia or religion or anything like that? I don't think so.
I can make you a wagon.
No.
No,
Hans is just a thief. Yeah. Okay.
I'm a merchant, I guess, like so. Unless I was,
not like
in
this,
my yeah.
Nothing like. I mean, we're talking about something on the plane of law. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay,
Nope.
So Euelis will say to him, I have been informed that the scions slumber and neglect their duties, and I have come to rouse them and see that they take on their duties once more.
Audacity and courage are one of the precepts, but blasphemy against the scions. Serious indeed. But you mistake me for one that can be entreated. My duty is simple. Oh, I've been placed here so long. I am Tarziel the Elder Ox, one of the first from which all ox across the multiverse was made. And I am so tired. Oh.
Would you wish to be, sent to the next realm? We could free you from your current embodiment.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll my D5. Uh-oh. And at that, he sniffs the air, and then looks over at Patrick and Frank, and he's like, "Deceivers, you stink of chaos." And Patrick, you said that you didn't put your weapon away, right?
Nope.
Yeah, he smells and sees that. He says,
Oh, that.
"My heart is torn by laws and false hopes. You will pay the price for dashing my dreams." And he starts to rear up to charge you all.
Patrick wants to react as soon as possible, and just try to plunge his spear into his eye. Though I'm not sure if it's gonna do anything.
Everybody can roll for initiative and hold your roll for a minute, if you would, please.
Just give me a second.
I'm just gonna guess for Hans. It's not gonna be that complicated.
Number 2.
Mine's actually 9, not that it's a big difference.
Sorry, so initiative, I have +1 to initiative, so something. That means if I roll 10, that means what, 9 or 11?
So your initiative modifier is should be at the top of your character sheet, or it's just simply your I think it's your agility. Forgive me, I'm running a bunch of different games. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 14 +1.
Okay, Tazriel gets it's 20. Okay. All right. What did you get? Let's start with Brack. Or Frank. You're
got
playing
a 12.
Frank, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I don't know
the halfling.
how I got Brack in there.
It's either or at this point. It's fine.
Frank. You got a 12. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And Ed Rufus.
A 1.
Ed Rufus got a 1.
Yes.
Patrick. What did you get, Eugene? You hear me? I think you're muted. ULS. What'd you get?
Got 9.
A 9. Willis got a 9. All right. The first person able to act is Tazriel. Tazriel charges at the nearest person, which would be Frank. Enraged by the smell of the chaos weapons. And a 17. Oh God. Plus 4 is a 22. Doing D6 damage. Frank, you take 4 points of damage as Tazriel, the lawful Elder Ox, slams into you.
How's he looking? How you looking there, Frank?
Here. I'm down to 2.
Down to 2. Oh no. Okay. All right. The next person able to act is Frank.
After taking a blow like that, Frank is just he's gonna move as far as possible away, and he's just gonna try and throw one of his daggers at the ox.
All right. Roll to hit.
Let's see. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
All right, and I think what dagger's a D4 or
D4, yeah.
Yeah.
D4. All right. It is 3 hit points.
All right, you do 3 hit points of damage. We'll assume that it's like one of the chaos weapons that you picked up as well. Otherwise, it does nothing. I won't rob you of that. Eugene, can you hear us? Are you back with us?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. What did Patrick get?
You mean
On initiative?
10?
A 10. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's +1, so it's 11, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So the next person then is Patrick.
Yeah. Patrick will react as quick as possible. I'm gonna try to plunge his spear into his eye.
Is this a ranged attack or is this a melee attack?
I would say it's a melee attack. You know,
All right,
like
so
he's
you
not
move
gonna.
up and you attack him. All right.
Yeah. Let me see how.
What's your to hit bonus?
It's +1.
+1. It looks like that misses.
It should calculate it like properly because I added all the numbers.
Patrick sell his own mother, Gorky. All right. Yeah, all right. And then and I can't remember right off the top of my head. You don't add the D3 to the attack roll. You just do it to damage. Is that right, Ian? For a warrior? Because you're a warrior. Yeah, Patrick, warrior of chaos. I can't remember. What's that?
I'm a warrior. Yes. I forgot how it works. Yeah.
He adds the D die, which is D.
You do it to both. Yeah.
Yes, attack and damage.
Okay, so you can also roll a D3 at level 1.
Yeah, excuse me, I forgot about it.
I believe it's the same roll. To hit, yeah. It's a D3 or D4?
It's a D3 at level 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 11 still, probably not a hit.
All right.
So it doesn't matter.
Next is yokeless.
Yokeless will hold out his little symbol and shout at Torziel. Flee, noble beast, we do not wish to kill you. And he's going to cast Word of Command, or not cast Word of Command, at 12. Oh, no. Does that work? Oh, it just works.
Oh, nice.
Nice. So, it must obey the command for 1 round.
Okay. So on its turn, it'll begin to flee for 1 round. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. And the next person is Idrufus.
Real quick, Patrick is neutral and Frake is chaotic. Is that true?
No,
I mean,
Frake is neutral too.
Frake is neutral.
Oh, okay.
That'll just affect the. I'm gonna. You said you were down pretty badly, so he's going to call. He's going to, with one eye on the giant ox, he'll stride over to Frake and hold aloft the, the open eyelid symbol of Aristomus, and call upon Aristomus's power to heal his companion.
Hang on. No, I misread the way the dice rolled. I rolled 8 + 2, so no, the spell fails.
Oh, okay.
And my thingy goes up.
Your deity has favor range.
And Rufus, though, assumes that it worked because he thinks highly of yokeless. He's like, I'm fine. He actually turns his back to the bull and just walks over to Frank. And so he will walk over and attempt to heal him. Worry not. Yokeless has banished this beast, and we no longer need to fight. Oh,
nice.
Yes, that's a fat success. So basically, you will get 1 die. So you get whatever your HD is. you get to roll right
Nice.
now, so you can heal that.
And it back to full.
Okay, good. And it doesn't knock me down because I succeeded. And Edrufus will begin to try to tell you about, Aristomus is a pretty cool god. You might want to think about, branching out and kind of adding it to your book of business there. And then he that's it.
Since Patrick has closed the range, Tarziel is going to attempt to attack Patrick. But Patrick, you're able to dodge out of the way of the bull, kind of like what are those, bullfighter, like a bullfighter. And that makes it Frank's turn.
Other dagger at the bull, and just keep moving. Gonna try and keep some distance between him and that ox. That's an 11.
And 11 misses. That makes it Patrick's turn.
Yeah. Patrick gonna shout, not now, creature! And he's gonna try to stab him again with his spear.
That hits.
Yep. And I'm gonna roll D3 for attack as well. See if I can get the bonus to it. Oh, nice.
It pops. Nice. So you can declare, and I think technically you're supposed to declare it in advance. I don't care. It's cool. Like just, but yeah, so you can do a mighty deed as well, and 7 points of damage. But let's see what the deed does first.
Let me open the book first. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. No, you just make it up. There's nothing. Like, I have a list of examples.
Well, my deed would be like, I'm gonna, well, I guess what Potter's gonna do is just gonna hop on the bull,
Yes.
yeah, and just stab him like in his eye. The spear. It's a small spear, so he's gonna like hop on him and just holding his horn and just stab him in his eye.
You grab the bull by the horns. A 10-foot tall bull, you leap up on top of, and you're holding it, and you're just stabbing it in the eye from behind with this chaos spear. And it begins to try to buck you off, and it's going to use its next turn, instead of attacking, because you hopped onto it and are riding it, it's instead going to impose a reflex save and waste its turn doing that, trying to buck you off. So, anyways, the next person is yokeless.
How's everyone looking?
Yeah, Frank got back up to full health.
Okay. Because there's not much point. Yeah, he's just gonna push his whole holy symbol forward again and reiterate, "Flee, noble beast, flee! There's no need for you to die."
Is the intention to just try to run past it or something?
Sort of. Just to get him to run away.
Yeah, okay. So it's a tactical thing?
Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
The deity disfavor grows.
Yeah, just a bit. Maybe that's not the approach Justicia wants.
I think Ed Rufus is next.
Yep.
Ed Rufus will pull out his mighty cudgel and attempt to use. He's not trying to kill it. He's trying to subdue it, basically, sort of in the same vein as his cleric ally there. So he'll use the flat of the club, if you will.
Okay.
And does a. Ooh, that's not good. I think a 9 is not hit. So he flails with his club and misses. He rolls a 9.
Yeah, that misses.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. That brings us back to Tazriel, and it's going to waste its turn Patrick, you can do a reflex save.
Yep, coming right up.
Nat 20.
He's on hang on the edge.
Yeah. I'm going to say that you can also choose an additional effect because you got a nat 20.
Yeah, I would say that he's gonna try to buck up me off, and he falls, like, and that is gonna disable him at least for a while. I would say. And Potter is just gonna when he feels that the ox is just falling, he's gonna jump off him.
All right. And that brings us to Frake.
Oh, okay. Frake is just gonna run up and grab the dagger that missed that's on the ground and just spend his whole turn running towards where the ox was laying previously. I guess head towards the cataphract.
Oh, you're gonna try to make it to the. What's your intention?
My intention is to try and grab it was a diamond floating in the sky, so I'm assuming that's the cataphract.
Yeah, but it's 300 feet high off the ground and 150 feet wide. It's like this giant, crystalline structure floating in the sky. I'm sorry,
okay.
It's not that high off the ground, but it's like 300 feet high. Yeah, it's like a whole building. Like a low rise.
Okay, so it's a building-sized diamond.
Yeah.
I think he's just gonna pick up his dagger and then just head straight for it to try and grab it. Try and touch it at least.
You're gonna try to touch the cataphract?
Yes.
Just to see what it does?
Exactly.
Okay. Let's see here. That is close enough to where you all are, so you run to the cataphract, and as you approach it, shimmering stairs raise up to end in a pentagonal chamber at the top. There are stairs that shimmer and come down into an opening.
Ooh, Frake is gonna turn towards the others and say, "Hey guys, let's stop fighting the ox. Let's just get inside. I don't think an ox could climb stairs." And then he's gonna just step inside. He's gonna go inside the little pentagonal room up the stairs.
Okay. Use your turn doing that, and then the next person would be Patrick.
Yeah. Since Patrick jumps off the bull, takes his spear from his eye, and try to stab him in his heart. And gonna say and he's gonna like with the So and he's I'm sorry, but I feel that I do you a favor, and. Yeah, let's see how it's gonna succeed.
You can add a +4 to the attack because he's just on the ground now.
Okay. No, it's not gonna help. I don't know. If I roll number 3, it's gonna be 6. No, it's still not gonna be a hit.
The bull, The bull, surprisingly, jolts back up, 10 feet up, back up into the air, gets back to its feet, dutifully seeing its charge to the very end. And that brings us to Yokeless.
Yokeless is going to take the advice of his colleague and head towards the cataphract at full speed.
All right.
Likewise, Ed Rufus will follow Frack's voice and right in the footsteps of yokeless, and he'll bolt past the
Forgot
giant
Hans
ox.
this whole time, so he's going to get his attacks in. Miss. Okay, and then Hans follows everyone else's lead on his turn. Okay, and that brings us back to Tazriel, who is now towering over Patrick as everybody else is fleeing toward the cataphract. And Tazriel is going to try to attack Patrick. And hits.
Ooh.
Doing 2 damage.
That's alright.
And then that brings us to Patrick.
Yeah. So now I have. So just let me adjust the HP. Yeah. So I guess like Patrick feels that this is the fight that he needs to finish. He kind of feels sorry for this bull. He's tired. He's been here for a long time, and he feels that it is his duty to put him to the rest. And he tries to stab him again.
All right.
With his spear. Yeah.
If you're not full up, you can take a point of luck. I forgot to mention you can use luck to push things over into a critical, or to push your mighty deed die up, or yeah.
And I believe if I well, it's a hit anyway. So I will, yeah, I think I did 8 damage, but if I roll D3 to the damage, it might be even more. So hopefully it's gonna kill him. Nope, it's just 1. Well, it's 9 damage.
Well, and that is enough to bring low the elder ox Tazriel. And you describe first of all how you kill it, and then I'll tell you what he does.
I thrust my spear into his heart. Well, no, I think it. Yeah, I think I would try to do it. Like, if it's possible. He's a big guy, you know, so
Yeah.
I will be able to do it. Yeah, I would thrust the spear into his heart, and hopefully it's gonna give him like a sudden death.
You thrust the spear into his heart, and in the last moments of its life, it looks down at you with weary eyes, blood coming out of its snout, and it says, "My duty is complete, and I pass into the plains." And then the ground slams as it falls over onto its side, and then like a beam of light comes down, and the ox begins to dematerialize.
I'm gonna say, "May your soul rest," and I'm gonna like, and Patrick is gonna be like full of himself, you know, like gonna be a little bit sad though, but he's gonna be going up going towards the stairs and towards his allies.
Let's see here. As you climb these shimmering stairs, there is at the end of it, as I said, a pentagonal chamber. Soft silvery light from an unseen source bathes the room in artificial moonlight. The room's fashioned in pink marble with white veins that are throughout it that glitter with a mystical glow. Above you is a chamber. It soars, terminating in a sea of celestial light 100 feet overhead of you. You can see the beginnings of a staircase, but then the staircase terminates in a spiral only 3 feet, maybe just at your waist or your knees, in the center of the room. And every wall holds a single door wrought of gleaming gold. with faces inscribed with elegant runes. What do you do?
Now what would you want?
Drake just stands in amazement. He just can't believe that this is all happening to him. He tries to wait on his friends to join him, but he soon begins to take the next staircase up,
Similar to
trying to find his cataphract.
As you step up the staircase, you get about 3 feet up, and then the staircase terminates, and it doesn't continue.
He shall sit and wait for his friends, wondering if they might have any better luck and any other idea on what to do. Unsure if it's his meeting with a chaos lady that's affecting his journey.
Yes.
Yokeless will try the rightmost door as we look at it.
All right. Let's see. The doors are at ground level. Each of them are about 8 feet wide and 12 feet tall, so very large doors. Every one has a face inscribed on it with some single word written in runes. And yeah, what do you do? That's what you see at the door, anyways.
Is there any obvious locking mechanism?
No apparent lock or handle.
Okay. Is from looking at it, does it look like it's just a push door, or?
You're not sure. The door is flush with the ground and walls.
Yokeless will like push on it, like firmly, but not like really trying to shove it open or anything.
You push on it, and you see Yokeless disappear.
Ed Rufus is going to jump after him. Head first.
Okay. When you do that, Ed Rufus also disappears.
Patrick is gonna consider should he follow them or not. Well, I guess it's better than being alone. And he's gonna try to do the same thing.
Okay, you also disappear. And then, seeing all this, Hans does it as well. Sorry.
It's weird because my token is connected to the party token.
Oh, I can fix that. I think I can fix it. Patrick and would sell his own mother, configure ownership. You should have ownership of that token if you signed in as Gorky.
Yeah, no, it's okay, but it just connected to the book. Oh, okay. That's alright.
Alright, what is
Somehow I can also like move the party token.
Oh yeah, no,
but doesn't matter.
everybody can move the party token.
Yeah.
What does everybody else do? I'm sorry, not everybody. Frank. What does Frank do? Let me fix this as well.
Frake is just going to repeat everybody's actions, not wanting to be alone in the
I suppose
room.
that is a bad fate. Like, as dangerous as that seems, like being alone sounds pretty bad.
Yeah. You know.
Alright, let me get everybody back and then I'll show you. Yeah, man. Okay, you all appear on the other side of a portal, the inverse of the same portal that that you all ran into, behind you. And you stand currently on highly polished marble that's everywhere on this grand hall. And there are 10 glittering stone pillars supporting a vaulted ceiling adorned with painted images of pastoral life. The hall is lit brightly by flambeaux affixed to pillars and bearing ivory tapers. And the strains of music drift through the air, hauntingly beautiful in this otherwise unoccupied chamber. Interwoven between the notes, you detect a strong feminine voice speaking in your native tongues. And Frake, in fact, hears this in Halfling. There is an absence in this oasis of perfection. For not all that appears to be light truly is. If you are truly champions of law, take steps, however dire, to address this absence and this lie, though its presence, and through this you shall pass your trial. And you have these pillars here, next to each pillar is a like a, what do you call it, a candelabra that is lit, and the floors are marble, and other than the music, currently you don't hear anything else going on.
Candelabra is what kind of material is it made of?
It looks similar to the other things in here. It looks like what you would find like in a noble's audience chamber. Like the candelabras are beautiful, made of gold. Yeah.
Can I like try to take it?
Yeah. You pick up a candelabra.
Yeah. I gonna put off the fire and gonna put it in my bag or something like that.
Yeah, you reach to grab it like, oh, I've got something. Is your intention to steal it?
Yes.
Yeah. So you grab it to steal it, and you snuff out the flames. And as you snuff out the flames, you have a strange feeling of what's the word I'm looking for here?
Shame for stealing from this temple?
No. As you put out the flame, you have this feeling of inspiration, and your mind is filled with all sorts of thoughts and ideas that otherwise probably Patrick wouldn't have.
Like maybe do not sell his own mother. Something good.
Or you're like, maybe if I could reconcile with my mother, I could.
Yeah.
I could resolve some of my inmost disorders, and then I wouldn't even want to sell her in the first place, or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. So, but that means like he's actually that was a joke. Sorry, but that's just So he thinks what he should do. Here. What's the trials, and it seems like maybe that inspiration gonna give him some kind of idea. What should we do here? What's the trial?
Okay, you could make an intelligence check with a +2. Actually, +1. This one.
Nope.
Nope.
And Rufus is kind of pondering I think it was the statue that was speaking, essentially, or the figure, or whatever. Or the voice. You said it was a disembodied voice, yeah.
Yeah, and this image of this person was not here, but suddenly, as you all look at this, you see figures dancing with one another, twirling around the room.
Okay. And Rufus thinks that maybe one of the pillars or one of the candelabras is false. And so he's going to, with his club, he's going to sort of knock against the pillars. Maybe, they're made of marble or some kind of a stone. Maybe one of them will sound hollow or something like that. So he's gonna like a kind of like a beat cop. He's just gonna, with his club, just sort of knock along each of the pillars, going in a clockwise fashion. So
You start
at the lower left and go around.
You start knocking against the pillars, and as you do so, you become certain that they are in fact made of flawless marble, and that they're dense, and that's what they're made of. As you start going around to do this, more dancers appear, and the room becomes almost crowded with dancers. There are now 6 or 7 different groups of dancers.
And Rufus will call to the others and say, "Is everyone seeing dancers, or just me?" He's from time to time had visions, and he's never really sure what's real and what's imagined.
Do we see those dancers?
Everybody sees these dancers, yes. What does yokeless do?
The dancers, are they like each doing their own thing, or is it like a unified dance?
A little bit in between, sort of like a what would you call it? Like a formal affair, like a ballroom dance or something.
It's kind of doing the same thing, but on their own.
Yeah, not choreographed, but all doing the same type of dance. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's mostly it's like a whirling dervish, like they're spinning.
Okay. Are they centered around a point in the room?
No, they're
or
all
avoiding it?
They're all dancing around the room. Yeah.
Okay, so there's no spot that they're avoiding or focusing on.
Nope. Just chaotically spinning.
And they started when the first candle was put out, and then again when Ed Rufus was banging on things. Is that right? Or have they just been growing steadily since we got in here?
Right. As when you think about it, what you've noticed is that they did appear after the candle was put out, but they just seem to be steadily growing in number. And then one of them bumps into Frake. And it slams into you, Frake. And Frake's got an AC of 10. It does hit you. And Frake, you take 1 point of damage as it slams into you. And then the dancers just keep moving and spinning around the room. And there seems to be more of them. And you find that it's harder to move around the room.
Frank is just gonna try and back up and say, sorry, pardon me, didn't mean to bump into each other. Even though he clearly saw the dancer slam into him. Does anybody have any ideas to do with these dancers? Standing here is getting us nowhere.
Actually, Ed Rufus says, "You look fairly nimble. Why don't you try to trace their steps?" As he rounds the top of the room and is now coming on the back end of the marble pillars as he continues to tap them.
Ed Rufus, you're starting to tap the pillars. You're convinced they're not hollow, they're just marble pillars. There's nothing special about the pillars. But one of the dancers slams into you, or almost does, and just clips you, but doesn't hurt you. But you realize as they pass by that they become corporeal. And
are the dancers paired off, or are they dancing singularly?
Some of them are dancing as two. Some of them are spinning by themselves.
And Rufus will grab the hands. He'll attempt to grab the hands of the one that just bumped into him.
Make a reflex save.
That's sure you don't want a will save.
You grab the hand of the dancer, and they eagerly grab a hold. No. Actually, what happens is, when you try to grab the dancer, your hands just pass through, and they're incorporeal. But then, as you're standing there, you just barely miss another one that spins past. And it seems like the dancers are spinning faster and moving around the room and starting to crowd the room.
Patrick,
Rufus
sorry.
will look to his companions just dumbfounded, like, I've got nothing. This is crazy.
You said there's music?
There's music. You've got the pillars, the dancers, the music, and the candelabras, and the marble floor, and marble ceiling and walls. And then the portal that you all came through with the face that's inverted with the runes.
Patrick is gonna try to take another candelabra and put the fire off and see what happens.
You grab another candelabra. Are you going to try to steal it?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the fire off.
Yeah, you take the fire out of the candles, and you get another sense of like get all these ideas. Like you're like suddenly you're able to think like about math, like and stuff. Like these different ideas come to your mind, like academic concepts. And
he's gonna try to think about what's going on here, how to like fix it.
Yeah, and you can make an intelligence check, but this time with a +2. And when you put the candles out, some of the dancers disappear.
Come on.
With a +2, that passes.
+2, it's 14. Yeah.
Okay. You notice as you look around that there are no shadows in this room.
Right.
The lights are not the lights that are lit are not casting shadows.
That means it's not it's not real, maybe. And then Patrick tried to touch the wall.
It's a wall. And at this, another group of dancers is going to barely miss yokeless. And they just brush past you and almost knock you to the side, but it doesn't. It could have hurt you if you weren't able to get out of the way fast enough.
Well, then Patrick understands some kind of. He understood that one dancer disappeared. Yeah, after he put out the light.
2 dancers.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Well, actually, I'm sorry, several dancers because it's a candelabra and there's several lights.
Yeah, he will try to start putting off the fire from all the candelabras.
Okay, you go to another candelabra and you start snuffing out the lights, and more thoughts of inspiration and stuff start to come to you as you start snuffing out the lights. It's also starting to get dark on the side of the room where you're snuffing out lights. And it's making it hard for you to be able to see. But as you snuff out the lights, some more of the dancers begin to disappear. And some of the remaining dancers hit you for 1 point of damage.
Okay. It's a 6 now.
I did not hear what.
How badly does Patrick look to be injured?
I had 9, now I'm 6, so I have 3 damage.
Just kind of gauging like how bedraggled does he look? And Rufus is going to call upon Artemis and cast, rather than sight, he's going to cast the blocking of sight. He's going to cast darkness.
Oh, okay.
So that just succeeds, and the result is going to be a 20-foot radius around. And Rufus goes completely dark, and so he's curious to see what happens to any of the spirits or things. Do they try to go through the darkness, or do they go around it? What happens? And his thought is he just wants to observe. It's locked in space, so it doesn't move with him, and so he can step out of the sphere if he chooses to.
Yeah, you say this prayer, and all of a sudden it becomes dark all around you, and it snuffs out all the lights from the candelabras within a 20-foot radius. That only leaves 2 of the candelabras left lit in the room. And as soon as you do that, although you can see through the darkness if you cast it, is that right?
I don't know that I can.
Because you can cast it anywhere you want, or if it's on you.
No, I only just succeeded, so I actually can't. It has to
it's
be
a result.
around me. You know how it is. Like each level of success gives you more control.
Sure. Okay. So you can't see, and you cast this darkness. However, what everybody else sees is you see
everybody within it is blinded, so you guys just see. Yeah.
Well, I have you on the other end of the room. Is that not right? I have you over here.
Yeah, I was like rounding like you said, I was like clicking all these. I assumed I was somewhere in this area right here. So whatever.
Okay, so you like all except 2 of the candelabras go out, and you just see Ed Rufus disappear into dark miasma as he starts saying this prayer, and most of the dancers disappear when you do that. Only a few are left, yeah, that's
Go and snuff out the last one of the last 2.
All right.
And if no one does the last one, he'll go do the last one as well.
Okay, when you snuff out the lights, now you all are in total darkness and quiet in a dark room. You can't see anything except and the music stops, and you're in a dark room and you can't see anything. And
Can we try to light up I figure we have a candle or a torch or something like that. I definitely did have. If I can take all the things that we had, I definitely had a candle with myself.
You use a candle?
Yeah.
Okay. You light a candle, flint still, and you light the candle and you hold it up, and it's this little bit of light around you. And you can see it casting long shadows into the room that's dark. Mm-hmm. And the light stays, but the shadows that are long and cast from you all down this hallway into the marble that's reflecting pull together like some kind of... the shadows coalesce into a dark substance, and it crawls across to the other end of the room into the dark. But you only have a little candle, so you can't see what it does.
And Rufus will step out of the dark sphere, assuming that he's going to be walking into a room of light. And instead, he just sees one little candle down at the end of the hall. He'll call out to his companions, are the dancers gone? What has happened?
Yeah, and Patrick is gonna, the dancers are gone, but I've seen some kind of creature made of shadows. It seems he's moving. Maybe if we catch it, or I don't know.
And you can't see anything. All you can see is you can see Patrick and his little candlelight. Everything else is black.
Yeah, if somebody would have a torch, or maybe we should produce more light.
Yeah, the shadows seem to be something more than shadows, and they've scuttled away from the light.
There's this thing.